a punto de montarnos en el safari de Animal Kingdom. ¿Y qué tal? ¿Qué esperamos ver allí? Hola, Daniel.
Hola.
Ajá, cuéntame.
Vamos a montarnos en el safari. Allí esperamos ver jirafas, elefantes, no sé si hay leones, vamos a ver. Y muchos animalitos, así que pendientes.
Bueno, y comenzamos el recorrido por el safari de Animal Kingdom. Vamos a ver entonces qué tal la experiencia. Bueno, estamos a punto de montarnos en el safari de Animal Kingdom. ¿Y qué tal? ¿Qué esperamos ver allí? Hola, Daniel.
Hola.
Ajá, cuéntame.
Vamos a montarnos en el safari. Allí esperamos ver jirafas, elefantes, no sé si hay leones, vamos a ver. Y muchos animalitos, así que pendientes.
Sunshine Sana Warden, and as we like to say here in Harambe, Twende, which means let's go. Jumbo, everybody, my name is Megan. I will be your safari guide for today's trek through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Couple of quick ground rules before we get started. Please remain fully seated at all times with hands, arms, legs, and feet inside the truck. You are more than welcome to take photos throughout the safari, but please do hold on tightly to those cameras. If you drop them, we cannot go back for them. If you do happen to drop anything outside the truck, please let me know. I'll see if our warden can retrieve it, but I cannot guarantee the condition you will get it back in. Finally, please refrain from calling out to the animals in any way. Whistling, animal noises, kissy sounds, anything like that. This is their home and we are their guests, so we like to respect that. With that being said, we are now entering the Little Ituri Forest. Animals in the forest tend to be a little bit more shy and reclusive. They'll use the forest's natural foliage as a sort of camouflage to hide from predators, so they might be a little bit harder to spot. Up here on the left we have the bongo. Bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest because they are rarely ever seen. And over on the right we have an okapi. While the okapi looks like it would be related to the zebra, it is actually not, but it is very closely related to the giraffe.
Look over there by the fence. See them?
Look at this area here.
Look at the bongo. Look at the bongo. Hi, bongo. Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness.
Not actually a deer, but it is an antelope. These are the greater kudu. We've got them on either side of the truck here. They are the second tallest African antelope, measuring about 55 inches tall from shoulder to hoof.
Wow.
Those two kudu were both female, you could tell, because they did not have horns, while male kudu do.
Do you have any males here?
We do not. We have 3 females here.
Okay.
Do you guys breed in here?
We do, maybe. It depends on the animal. I know that there are certain space restrictions, so there are some animals that are not able to breed for one reason or another, for space restrictions, for animal interactions, stuff like that. But we've got some baby white rhinos, we've got baby elephants, baby giraffe.
Oh, look at that bird.
Over to the left, we have a saddle-billed stork. The saddle-billed stork is named for that yellow patch on its bill that is shaped kind of like a saddle. These birds can be up to 5 feet tall, and they have a wingspan of about 9 feet, which, for reference, is about as wide as the canopy above your head. We have now exited the Little Ituri Forest, and now we are entering the Safi River area. This is where we might see some animals that like to spend their time in and around the water, so do keep an eye out. Got some Nile hippos over there on the right. We do usually get a pretty good look on the left, so don't worry if you can't see them. Nile hippos are usually found in the water. They stay in the water most of the day to keep cool. They can stay underwater for about 8 minutes at a time without coming up for air. And yeah, we got some more of them over here.
Can't they break a watermelon in like one bite? They can.
Maybe. I've never heard that fact before. They do weigh about 5,500 pounds when they're fully grown.
Is the water cold or warm?
I think it's warm. Sitting on top of that island right there, we've got the pink-backed pelican.
And there's some in the water over here. They're splashing around.
The pink-backed pelican gets its name from the pink spot that appears on its back during its nesting season. These birds are colonial nesters. They'll nest in groups of 20 to 500 pairs.
Wow. That's a big family.
What
is that? Is that the jungle trap?
Over to the left, we have some Nile crocodiles.
Whoa, look how big they are.
These are the largest species of crocodiles. Please remain fully seated at all times. These crocs are about as long as a giraffe is tall, and they have some of the strongest jaws in the wild. Between those very powerful jaws, mother crocodiles will very gently roll their babies' eggs in their mouths in order to help them hatch. And if a baby croc finds itself in danger, it will climb into its mom's mouth, and its mom will carry it to safety.
I guess our mom was a crocodile.
We are now entering the savannah, and coming up on the right here, we have a baobab tree. This tree is nicknamed the upside down tree because those branches look an awful lot like roots, especially since they're leafless about 9 months out of the year. That big thick trunk on the baobab tree is hollow and can contain thousands of gallons of water inside.
And you'll find them on like a savanna?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Yeah, that side of it's the track.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. One day.
I know.
We gotta save up and like, I'm gonna have to do it.
Yeah. I think it's like $99.
No, it's like $199.
I mean, it's the time. It takes like a couple hours.
Yeah. See some of the animals over there?
On the left, hanging out in that cave right there, we've got some African painted dogs. What? African painted dogs are named for their coat, which looks like it has been painted. These dogs are some of the most successful carnivores in the savannah. They hunt as a team, and they chase their prey until it literally drops from exhaustion.
Oh, what's over there?
Over to the left with those thin curved horns, we have the sable antelope. The sable antelope uses those horns to defend itself against predators, and it's also the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. And again to the left, these tiny little antelope that look kind of like s'mores are springbok. Springbok get their name from their ability to jump 6 feet in the air repeatedly when they're alarmed, kind of like a little bouncing spring. They can also leap forward about 13 feet at a time.
Do you notice I have nothing?
Aaron, those are termite mounds too.
These are termite mounds?
Yep, these are termite mounds. They're made out of termite dung, saliva, and dirt, and they can be as hard as concrete. And they're so hard, in fact, that elephants will use them as scratching posts.
I was going to say there must be a purpose for them here. Oh my god, look how close. Oh my god.
Be careful on your side. Look at the zebra.
Coming up on the right here, we've got some Hartman Mountain zebras. Hartman Mountain zebras are identified by that wider stripe pattern on their hind legs and their white underbellies. If you've ever wondered if a zebra is white with black stripes or black with white stripes, I can tell you that these are black with white stripes, and you can tell because of their black noses. And on the right here, we have some Ankole cattle. Those horns on the Ankole's head are 5 to 6 feet long, and while they look like they would be very heavy, especially given how thick they are, they're actually incredibly light. They are hollow with a sort of honeycomb structure on the inside, which allows them to pump blood through their horns, which helps them cool off on hot days. And over on the left, hiding in the trees, I think we'll get to see some more later on, but we've got some Maasai giraffes. Maasai giraffes are identified by that rougher edge spot pattern. You see how those spots fit together a lot like puzzle pieces.
He looks like he's part of the tree. It's so cool. Is this a baby one?
I think that might be the little one.
Yeah, you can tell. They just look young.
Aaron, you're about to get so close to that. You can lean forward so you can see it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of giraffes over here. A group of giraffes is called a tower.
A tower.
And a scared group of giraffes is called a tower of terror. These giraffes are born at about 6 feet tall, so an infant giraffe is already taller than I will ever be. They also sleep just 30 minutes a day, and those aren't even 30 consecutive minutes. They take a couple-minute cat naps throughout the day for a grand total of about 30 minutes of sleep in every 24-hour period.
Wow, good for them.
Their life lasts forever. We sleep half of our life away.
We do. You had the best job at this dancing.
I think so, too.
Yeah. And you're so knowledgeable. Oh, I see a monkey. Or something. I don't know the name.
Yep, that is a monkey. That is actually a mandrill. Mandrills are the largest species of monkey. They're over here to the left. The adult male mandrill can be up to 100 pounds. And on the right here we have an African elephant. African elephants are identified by the shape of their ears. Their ears are shaped roughly like the continent of Africa. You might have noticed that that elephant was flapping his ears. That helps him cool down. Just by flapping their ears, elephants can cool down up to 15 degrees. And you'll see he's also using that trunk to throw dirt on his back. Elephants have incredibly sensitive skin that is very prone to sunburn. So they'll throw mud and dirt on their backs with their trunk in order to act as a sort of all-natural sunscreen to protect against that sunburn. And another fact that has to do with that very sensitive skin is that elephants are afraid of bees. Kind of crazy to think of something so big as being afraid of something so little, but once an elephant gets stung by a bee on that very sensitive skin, they really do not want to be stung again. So farmers in Africa have actually started using this to their advantage. They will create beehive fences around their land to protect their crops. This is kind of a win-win because it does keep the elephant out of human areas where it's probably not super safe for them to be anyway, and it protects the farmer's livelihood.
Yeah.
And here we are passing through some red clay pits. If you look carefully, you might notice some elephant tusk marks in this red clay. That's because elephants will eat small amounts of red clay. It contains some nutrients that elephants need that they can't get from their normal diets. So they will eat just a little bit of red clay, kind of like taking a vitamin to make sure they're getting all of those essential nutrients. We're going to see some more of those African elephants over here to the left in just a sec. Male elephants are solitary, while female elephants are usually found in groups with other females and their babies. So that first elephant we saw was a male, but anytime you see 2 or more elephants hanging out together, it's a pretty safe bet that those are females with maybe some babies mixed in there as well.
Oh my gosh. He's eating. He's eating some like grass or something.
When most people think of elephants, they think of that long trunk. And a fun fact about that trunk is an elephant's trunk actually has more muscles in it than we have in our entire bodies. Humans have just under 700 muscles in their bodies, and an elephant's trunk has around 40,000. So all of us in this trunk combined have less muscles than that one elephant has in her trunk.
Oh my gosh. And they can go anywhere on this safari?
The elephants are kind of contained in this little area.
Okay.
It depends on the animal, depends on what they do. The flamingos usually stay here, but they can get out of this area.
I would stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get fed here, they like it here. These are greater flamingos. They're the largest species of flamingos, but they're also the lightest in that pink color.
That is so pretty. Look at the wings. The wings are like breaking.
Why do they sleep on one leg?
Oh, and yeah, why do they sleep on one leg?
That's a really good question.
Like look, he's
Flamingos.
sleeping. Yeah.
Flamingos get their pink color from their diet, which consists mostly of shrimp, but it can take up to 2 years for them to achieve that full pink color. If you look, there are some fluffier gray ones in the mix.
Those are the
Those
babies.
are babies. They just hatched several months ago.
Oh, coaching truck. I don't like that.
Yeah? That's definitely helps.
Yep, elephant poop.
Oh, there's like
If you look over to the right, we have an ostrich hanging out by that truck over there. Ostriches are the largest bird in the world. They are flightless, but they use those wings to help them run faster. It makes them a little bit more aerodynamic. And my favorite fact about the ostrich is its eyeball is bigger than its brain. And their eyeballs are not that big.
Duh.
What's usually over here?
Cheetahs. I think we'll see some in the second area over here.
Sorry.
Maybe not. I don't know, they like to sleep around this time of day. It is very hot, so they might have gone
I would be too.
backstage into their little air-conditioned area.
Ooh.
So, can't really fault them for that.
Oh God, no. It's the same thing.
Oh, it's the simple rock.
Last time we saw the lion, he was up on top of one of the rocks.
Wait, this is where the lions are?
Sometimes, yeah. Again, lions are nocturnal and they sleep 16 to 20 hours a day, so they're not usually awake. And they also have access to their bed. Oh, look, there it is. Never mind.
He's right on top of the rocks, in the middle, look.
Over there.
Oh, there he is. Sleeping.
Oh, hey, buddy. Oh. He's like chilling under a tree, just like in the cold grass. How many lions do you have? Does he have like friends?
3. Yeah, we've got a male and 2 females.
Ah, it's over there. Next, look.
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, gorgeous. She's stretching like Romeo does.
She said, I'm here.
She's like, hello. Don't pay attention to him. I'm here.
He's mine.
Yeah.
Because lions are nocturnal, they have about the same eyesight as humans during the day, but at night their eyesight is up to 7 times better than ours.
Okay.
He's like 19 times better than mine.
So she said, I have 2.
And if you look to the left, kind of in that burrow, we've got a warthog.
Look, it's Pumbaa.
Warthogs are the largest burrowing animal.
Warthog.
And their favorite phrase is work smarter, not harder. And I say that because if given the opportunity, a warthog will steal another animal's burrow rather than digging one themselves.
There's the ostrich.
Yep, we can see another one of those ostriches right there. And yep, we've got some ostrich eggs there on the right.
No, but like, sometimes they, I don't know, like a chicken definitely has.
Ostrich eggs are the largest bird eggs in the world. They weigh about 3 pounds each, which is about the equivalent of 2 dozen chicken eggs. Those eggs are also so strong that a human adult can stand on one without damaging it.
No way.
I have now, that's all hatched? Not all hatched.
All of the ostriches we have here are females.
Gotcha.
So they'll lay eggs, but there's nobody to fertilize them.
Oh, I saw goats.
All right, we have now exited the savannah and now we are entering Magadi Glen. This is where the warden lives. He takes care of the animals here on the reserve. He also has some animals of his own here as well.
Wait, for real?
If you look over to the left, we have some Nigerian dwarf goats. These goats are small, but they are fully grown. That's about as big as they get. The warden takes care of those goats, and in return, these goats provide the warden with incredibly nutritious milk that he can consume himself or sell in the village. They are domesticated goats that are often kept as pets because they are very cute and very playful.
Aww. Aw, poor baby. It's okay. Do you want to play with this bottle? Want to play with the bottle? Oh, yeah. Look at the bottle. Here.
All right, friends, unfortunately, our safari is very quickly coming to a close. I hope that you've enjoyed all the animals you got to see here on the reserve today.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, many of these animals are in some very serious danger. A lot of them are endangered or close to it. And a lot of that is due to interactions with humans, so we as humans have a responsibility to work to protect these animals. One of the easiest things that we all can do is just reduce, reuse, and recycle. And one thing that you may not think of when you think of recycling is your used electronics. Many African habitats are destroyed mining for a substance called coltan, which can be found in your electronics. But thankfully this substance is recyclable, so something as simple as turning in those electronics to be recycled when it's time for an upgrade or when you're just done using them can help reduce the need for coltan mining, which will help protect these animals and their habitats.
Bueno, y así terminamos nuestro recorrido por el safari de Animal Kingdom. ¿Qué tal?
Ay, muy impresionante, muchos animalitos, se los recomiendo.
Así que vengan para acá, que sin duda les va a gustar.